Hello everyone and welcome to Stitch Trek. It's been a while, I know. I got some stuff done. Not all of it, mind you. Of course I didn't. But I got quite a bit done. We also just got back from our earlier than usual vacation, which was incredibly rainy, but also a lot of fun. Every year we go to Acadia National Park, and this year the rain was just every day. Everything got wet. A few things grew mold. It was very different than usual, but also, a good time. We persevered, we had a blast, we hiked a lot despite the weather, we rode e-bikes, which were so fun. This is just a quick little update on what I've been up to recently video. I am throwing together a costume for somebody, and I tend not to record a lot of costumes I make for other people because that's for them to reveal. That's their purchase. So I'm not working on something for me right now, but I will be soon because I am going on the upcoming cruise, which I'm very excited about. So that also means that some of my upcoming videos are going to be me making the costumes for the cruise and not so much in order of episode, but I will still do those, of course, intermixed. And in addition to this, I have a perfectly good reason to make a whole bunch of costumes for guys because my boyfriend's coming with me this time instead of my cousin Deanna. Deanna is going to visit some of our family out in California, so she will not have the time to accompany me on this trip. So I'm going to bring my boyfriend. He's mostly a fan of the new stuff, doesn't know a whole lot about the old stuff. I'm gonna try to give him a little education before then. But yeah, I think he'll enjoy it, I hope. I hope it's not overwhelming. I hope it's mostly fun for a reluctant fan. I don't know what to call him. He enjoys it for my sake, I think. I don't think he would be drawn to it of his own accord, you know? But I'm gonna make him some killer uniforms and costumes, and I know he is not gonna want to wear them. But it's my treat, I'm paying for it, and that's part of the bargain. Because you gotta dress up in the stuff I make. Sorry. Something else that I did recently, and this is with my cousin Deanna, who, if you've been on the cruise, you've probably met her if you met me. We always went together, is we traveled down to New York City and we saw Anthony Rapp's Without You, which was an amazing one-man show. You gotta count the band though, they were great. About his early life in theater and how when things were going great, they were also going terrible. And it was so good. Like the whole place was crying at one point, well, a couple points. I don't know if it's still playing and I can't really look it up at the moment. If it is, I absolutely recommend it. Of course, I went and got the autographed version of the playbill because I have to. Totally worth the trip. And it's funny, we took the train down, we got a hotel, we stayed like one street away from the theater, and we did a whole bunch of stuff. We went out to eat, we went to the Met, we walked all over the place, and it was like surprisingly affordable. So probably gonna make more trips down, especially for Star Trek related or adjacent things. That was a great time. The only big bummer was we went to the Met with the hopes of visiting the antique clothing section, and it was closed because they were preparing for the Met Gala. So, oh well. So we'll have to go back and see that, I guess. That's about what's been going on over here. I have had crazy cravings to rewatch the Star Trek animated series from the 70s, so I'm gonna do that soon. I just love it. I'm such a sucker for colorful stuff. I feel like that's one of the things that drew me into Star Trek to begin with as a child, was like, oh, look at all the pretty colors. It's so well lit. The original series was so well lit that it really drew me in. And the animated series is just like saturated. And that It's a happy button in my brain. Oh, one more thing. I am looking at my stockpile and my storage and realizing that I'm going to quickly have too much stuff. I'm not sure quite where I'm going to keep everything. So it might begin that I need to figure out a way to give them away somehow to viewers. So I'm gonna research that a little bit, and maybe in the future, like, I'm gonna be making a lot of costumes that I necessarily don't want to, like, I'm not into, I don't want to keep, but I'm making them because they were in the episode. So, you know, if you're around my size or know someone around my size, maybe you could win this and give it to them in the future. I still have to, like, figure out the logistics and, like, how that works. I know there's some rules on YouTube about that sort of stuff. I may just open, like, an Etsy store and sell them for super cheap, and maybe you can only get the link through my show. I don't know, just like covering my shipping and my fabric costs. One other thing I would like to do is figure out how to I'd like to do like a request costume now and then for any sort of person, especially people who are not my size. So I'm gonna probably invest in some different, I'm looking at them right now, that's why I'm staring over this way. I'm probably going to invest in some more sewing mannequins so I can do bigger people of whatever gender. And yeah, so in the future I would maybe like to do some collabs with viewers if you'd be interested in that. Like, send me a request, send me your measurements, I make it, but you'd have to agree to film a reveal and get it to me so that I can finish the episode. You see how that worked? Like, I'd have to tag your reveal at the end. Just some ideas I've been floating around in my brain. I still have to figure out the logistics of that too. You know, I've been working on this chair and studying a lot in the past few months. Meanwhile, it was really hard to keep Star Trek ideas from developing. So I've been mulling these things over for a while now and getting really excited about getting back to this, because this is really what I want to be doing when I get home, not studying. No offense to driving heavy machinery. It's fun. However, that's what I do at work. I don't want to do it here. If I want to do it here, I'd own a bulldozer. I don't know. I think that wraps it up. Thank you for stopping in for this quick little catch up with me. I am back on my game very soon. Hopefully I will be rolling out episodes more consistently again. I still have a few little odds and ends to finish, just of everyday life getting in the way of things. I have been picking up little odds and ends of soon-to-be costumes along these past few months. I can't wait to put them together, hopefully with you guys following along. Star Trek friends and family, I bid you adieu. Live long and prosper, Kapla, and